Coming from the nation's restaurant news, Chipotle struggles as low income young consumers pull back. Quote, the company turned its same store sales positive by 0.3% in the third quarter, though transactions have remained negative. And this is coming from Nation's Restaurant News. The author is Alicia Kelso. Quote, Chipotle eked out positive same store sales in the third quarter at 0.3%, following back to back and rare negative quarters. But transactions remain negative at the fast casual chain, which seemed all but untouchable until this year. During the company's earnings call Wednesday after market, Chief Executive Officer Scott Boatwright acknowledged the results fell short of expectations, adding that some of the company's issues are self inflicted, but a majority is a massive pullback of our core audience. 40% of Chipotle's total sales come from households with incomes under $100,000, a cohort that has pulled back across all sectors in recent quarters. Further, younger consumers between the ages of 25 and 35 and with whom the chain over indexes are also scaling back from restaurants significantly. Quote, we're not losing that customer, they're just coming less often, he says. We're not losing them to competition, we're losing them to grocery and food at home. That consumer is under pressure, and why they feel the pinch and we feel the pullback. We know with the right activations we can get them back to the business. So what have I said over the last few months since I've joined Repertoire with Justin? If you're a restaurant, your competition is not just other restaurants. In the dynamic world we live in, it is grocery. It is what is being offered at grocery stores. It is what is being offered in the frozen aisle. Your competition does not reside in another restaurant. It resides in them and grocery stores, in retail, in frozen aisles, in ready-to-eat meals. That is where your competition resides as a restaurant. And you need to understand this. This is something that's super, super important and critical. As this economy shifts and people have less buying power, they're going to have to make changes. They're going to have to make changes in their routine and what they want and what they buy. If you are not understanding and competing with not only restaurants but grocery, you will fall behind. So something you really need to be aware of as we go into this next generation, because you need to know who you're competing against. Boatwright and Chief Financial Officer Adam Reimer laid out Chipotle's plan to turn its recent trends around, including in-restaurant execution, better marketing, a better digital experience, and menu innovation. Chipotle has already ramped up its marketing and menu efforts, accelerating marketing spend, and rolling out carne asada and red chimichurri during the quarter, which generated a strong reaction from customers. Despite inflation expected to remain high in 2026, they will remain conservative in pricing. Quote, increasing the value gap is something we've historically done and want to continue to do. When they're in the funnel, it drives transactions and demands. So they also say that Chipotle plans to ramp up communication about its value prop, including through new ad campaigns. Quote, the fast casual sector is out of favor and deemed unaffordable. We are lumped into that, but still a 20% to 30% discount to our fast casual peers. We have to do a better job communicating that value in a meaningful way. I'm not going to disparage the competition. I do want to communicate that you can get extraordinary value at Chipotle. He then goes on to say they're going to spend more through the year versus a consumer that doesn't buy an LTO. In 2026, there will be new innovation as well as historic innovation. What we know is working is new news and new product innovation. And then some numbers for Chipotle. They increased their revenue in Q3 by 7.5% to $3 billion. Same-store sales increased 0.3%. Operating margin was 15.9%, a decrease from 16.9% in Q3 of last year. Operating margins decreased as well. Diluted earnings per share were 29 cents, a 3.6 increase from 28 cents. And then they opened 84 company-owned restaurants with 64 locations, including a Chipotlane and 2 international partner-operated restaurants. A great breakdown by Nation's Restaurant News. Again, these big chains are seeing that the consumers, especially 25 to 35-year-olds, are diversifying where they eat. It is no longer seen as the restaurant is the only place to get a creative or fun or indulgent meal. It is being seen in these private label products a la Uncrustable at Aldi and everything else in between. So being aware of that is super, super important.